This is Zada's version of the Scott Barnes' snatural makeup routine. I think it came out really... This is the amount of product that I've put on my hand. Okay? So, how does he start? I'm gonna take just a little bit of product, but it's because it seems like he doesn't use much. All right, so he paints the product underneath the eye here. He does not really go that far outside of the outer corner of the eye. So he does this little shape here. All right, so takes it down a bit. I think I have a good amount of product on my brush before I had just way too much. So, and remember, you gotta have the right amount of product because product spreads. And if you have too much, then it's gonna go out way too wide and you're not gonna stay within those lines and those shades and highlights that the look is trying to achieve. The weird faces that you make when you're putting on makeup. Okay, took it in the left line. Okay, I might have gone too far down. He was right here. He spread it out. He lined the top of the brows. Went out with this. This is much better. I wasn't even following it the first time. I was just doing my own thing. So now that I'm following, I'm like, ah, okay. I see what he did. Cause I was like, huh? I was just like, I think I got it, and I was like, I don't have it. I gotta wash my face. Start all over. Okay. All right, he's built this little fan here. All right, and then now the end of the fan. Perfect. So he went in and narrowed the nose even further. I usually use sponges for my makeup application, but he's using a brush, and so I'm gonna follow whatever he does. I'm gonna use this and kind of blend it out, and I think this is what he's doing. He had enough product down here. Blending it out. He just kind of gently blends out. Kind of wondering if I have enough product now. Or maybe it's just making more sense. Before I had like so much product everywhere. Down here. Make sure you're paying attention to the lines. He's not going out here. He's staying within that cheekbone. There's a trajectory here, and it's a triangle. There's a lot of shapes that he's doing on the face, and a lot of them are triangles. So you guys see like here, here. So we got two different triangles. We got this triangle, this is the base. So we got an isosceles, right? This is our base, and this are our sides. We got another triangle right here. This is our base, and this, and it goes up like this and that. So you gotta pay attention to the dimensions. I'm blending it out, I'm stippling it out, staying within my triangle, okay? And he's just kind of like, he didn't, if you guys noticed the way he stroked his hand when it came to the highlight, he's like feathering it out. Okay, he's not scraping across, he's feathering it out, like barely touching. So he's barely touching it at the first stroke and barely touching at the end. So yeah, remember he did this like little thing here. I think I probably messed that up, but okay, I can fix it later. All right, I think, okay. So, all right, so check your triangles. Where's your cheekbone? Here, here. This is what we're doing. Here. This is where our highlight is. See the triangle? Here. Here. 2 arms in the triangle. 2 arms in your triangle, all right? You gotta stay within that. That's what we're trying to achieve. That's why he keeps going like, snatch, snatch. He keeps doing like this because you're snatching up your face. You're going in triangle. Neglected the top lip just a little bit. That's a part of the triangle. I think so. He used a very dark color for underneath her jawline. So what am I gonna do? I'm about to use black. I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna get something really dark just like he did.
And of course, just at this time, while I was contouring under my jaws with Katsina and Congo by Juvias Place, the camera turned off. So I did that off camera.
So we've contoured underneath the jawline. Now let's see where he's taking it next. So I'm just gonna go in with my brush, and he goes from mid-ear, okay? Oof, you know what? I needed Katsina because this is dark. It's kind of dark. I will deepen my contour with Congo, but let me create the contour with Katsina. It's really dark for my face. Okay, so Katsina. All right, yeah, that's more my speed. I can kind of mix them together. So you go from your middle of your ear, you're like tragus, and then you're gonna go down in a what? A triangle. Okay, so all right, let's see. He stops it before the mouth. He gives her some space. All right. You're gonna go from here. There. I really like how smooth these cream foundations are. Okay. I'm gonna go on your forehead now. And it seems like he does, okay, yes, he does. He does this right here. And I think that's right at the tail end of the brow bone. So I'm gonna go in with another brush because I had way too much product on that brush. And then I'm gonna start like, you know, gently, because it's like, it's trying to remove harsh lines, so he doesn't want the lines to be too harsh. So, and that makes sense. And as the makeup like dries, it becomes harsher, so, okay. All right, yes, this looks softer, yes it does. Yeah, boy. All right, guys. Okay, we did it. It's getting good. All right. This is the inner triangle, the outer triangle. Okay, so now we're gonna use a very small brush because we're about to line the nose. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush. I'm gonna go in between Katsina and Congo, and he makes these very narrow lines. So remember, we had that middle highlight, and then we have the outer highlights. So we're gonna go in between those lines. And we're taking them, think I might have gone too wide out. Because this is all about illusion, right? Of course, her nose in the video is much smaller than mine, or narrower, let's say that. Okay, this is wide. This is much bigger than his. So I'm gonna go in with this and then narrow it. I want it really skinny. The thing is though, I might not want mine skinny because, oh, it depends. I'm gonna have to see at the end because her nose is really, you know, small. She's Caucasian, so her nose is small and narrow. So he's making the lines really narrow. I might have to broaden my lines a bit, but I don't know, let's see. And you know, when we do makeup application, it's really important that you're like clean. This might look messy, but you gotta make it clean. Your lines gotta be clean. You gotta be purposeful. I think this is good. Okay, so he did her nose. Let's see. And he did this. He did like a little point at her nose. Okay, so then he also contoured her lips. Well, my lips are kind of big, so I'll still do it though. Okay, she did the outside of it. I mean, okay. I don't know if I just painted myself a mustache. Okay, he's buffing out all his contours. The contour lines are getting buffed out. So I don't know if he has added, yeah, okay. So he's buffing out the contour lines, and now he has added just the regular foundation color. So I'm gonna add some of that. Okay, let's see. But let me buff out these contour lines a little bit, and then we'll add the foundation. You know what? I messed up. Oh, okay. So this place here is all. It's still a foundation highlighted. I think that's really important to like stick with what he's doing in certain places because he's not playing. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to go over it later, but for now, okay. So I'm gonna go in now with a fluffy brush with my natural foundation color. Okay.
And that is.
I'm gonna go in with Carob from Black Opal Still. All right, and I'm just gonna, he doesn't use a lot of this at all. Like he's just kind of using it slightly to buff out like the highlight and contour. So I'm just gonna, remember he was like going very gentle and light. Just added like a little bit of her color here. See, you gotta be careful because we still want to keep that triangle there. I think he buffed this out with the foundation color. Okay. Okay, so I'm buffing out a little bit with my foundation color. I didn't even need as much as I got because really you're just like connecting these lines. You're connecting the highlight and the contour. I'm gonna go back in now with a clean brush and just blend, which is like what he's doing. He hasn't touched her nose yet. It's just, he like just deposited some of her natural foundation color in between the highlights and contours. That's what it looks like. And now just kind of going in. He used a cream blush. He hasn't touched the nose yet, no. Okay, so I'm still kind of working on this. And I have to be careful. I gotta be purposeful even in my blending, right? Like I gotta keep that V. So you gotta go up, 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 up into your V. I was just kind of doing whatever, which is not good. Okay. So okay. All right, I think I'm pretty blended. Let me just take a good look at myself. I think it's making sense, okay? I'm gonna do a cream for my cheeks. Okay, let's see. A little much. I think I'm starting to look like a clown. Okay. And I was not very purposeful in where I put that blush. I just kind of dropped it on my cheeks. And so now I'm gonna have to blot it out. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, I don't really, okay, what did you do? Okay, so I gotta keep that triangle. You got like an inner triangle, you got an outer triangle, and you don't wanna mess that up. Okay, I think I fixed it. We have this confidence. We started. Okay. All right. Let me look at myself a little more. No, let me close this up before I spill it. Actually, the side I messed up on is better. Just a little. So the girl he has, she has like, so see when I go like this, she has this. So he was like, I went up from there. I don't have that. So I guess I could just do that. And then go up from there. She naturally had that. I hate when my camera overheats. Okay. All right. What are we doing now? He like you know, darkens up her hands. I'm not doing that. Okay. So remember, there's that highlighted area. I'm gonna go back in and, oh yeah, so he goes back in and highlights the highlight again, which is what I wanted to do, really, because I felt like my highlight was getting subdued by all the colors. Okay, so go back in with that highlight, just a little bit. You gotta be careful, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. In this area. Alright. Now I'm going to go back in with a clean brush now. Smaller clean brush, and I'm just going to buff it out. And if you notice, he's always flicking. He flicks. Just does a flick. Flicks his wrist. And I chose a highlight that was slightly, not slightly, that was lighter, just so I could really get that highlight. Still got this little mustache here. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this. Okay. I mean, it's looking good. I'm not even gonna lie. I can see where it's going. And you know, another YouTuber had said like, oh, it feels really light, and I feel like I don't really have anything on my face. And I was like, yeah, right. I'm actually, yeah, that's how it feels. It feels like if you don't put too much product on your brush, yeah, that's how it feels like. Still gotta do eyebrows and lips and everything. Let's see, this is my just blend Mercier. And I'm gonna put her under my eye. I think that's what he's doing. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. We haven't touched the nose yet. Probably wasn't the right brush for this. So he sits underneath the eye. When? They must have did that off camera because I don't remember seeing that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stipple like he did everything else in the face. The nose. I didn't need that. For her, it's like. So I'm mixing Hot to Trot with Natural Lust from Too Faced, and I'm mixing that with Embark to create this like berryish, berry colored crease. Okay, so
nice luxurious feeling to it where it's not taking away from your own natural beauty, but it's
okay guys, this is the finished look. I went back and did some eyeshadow. I put on my eyelashes. I went in with some crayon black liner. Also went back in with a liquid liner, and this is the look. guys, so this is the finished look. So I went and put up my Old Faithful on, and just to kind of complete everything that was going on. So this is my version of the Scott Barnes snatural makeup routine, and I think it came out really nicely. I think it's like a nice, it's like different. It's just a completely different routine that I'm used to. Had a lot of similarities, of course, you know, your highlights and contours, but just how he approached the it was really awesome. I do think that it's nice because you don't feel like you have a lot of makeup on. Like if you use the product sparingly, you will achieve that glowy, dewy, sun-kissed look and still feel like you can kind of go outside and do your thing. So I really like it. I love it. I think it's really pretty. I'm definitely feeling myself. I love it. Thank you guys so much for really enjoyed this tutorial or a little routine. You guys can like, comment, and subscribe. And I thank you guys so much for spending this afternoon, morning, or evening with me, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.